Thrift time. I think this dress is so beautiful. The brand is Paul and Joe Paris. Never heard of it, but the detail is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, some of these dresses retail for over $400, and this is just absolutely beautiful. The price is $8.99, so I'm definitely taking this home with me. I also found this Scotch and Soda Beach Bandits jacket. Zip up. Look at the detail on this cuff. So pretty. $9.99. The zip is great. It looks like it's in great condition. Look at that back. This is a little viral sweater from TikTok. Orange Kisses. I think that's cute. Also found this Free People movement. They want $9.99. I have to check the comps because it looks a little bulky to take home. And this Aritzia Babaton shirt is $5.99. I don't know about that, but it's nice. I really like this sweater. I think this is the design of it, Young LA. It reminds me of something David from Schitt's Creek would wear. It feels like 100% cotton, $6.99. Debating on that. And then I also found these Noble shorts, which are nice. They're $8 each. But I don't know. The last time I bought Noble, I felt like I sat on stuff for a while. And this, I do like finding cause, but there's some staining on the shoulder here. Otherwise, just kind of staining in a few spots. Otherwise, that would have been a nice pickup for $5.99. All right, I am not going to bring this home because it's not my vibe, but it is called Dress to Kill. It is tie-dye and it is a lagan look tunic with some funky cutout there. Some of the comps on this brand are in the hundreds, but I just, I'm across the country, so I'm not going to chance that this is going to sit for a long time, but I would not sleep on this brand. If I were home, I might try this out and just price it to sell because they have it for just $7.99. All right, here is the aftermath of thrifting today. I am going to run comps and then I will bring you a little haul when I have more information about all of my goodies. Hey everybody, it's the next day. I'm back in my hotel room. I had a really great experience thrifting yesterday in Los Angeles. I will say I was very unsure of the location. I decided to go to the one that was closest to where we're staying, and we're staying at the Sheraton Grand in downtown. I think we're like by 7th Avenue, Hope Avenue, Grand Avenue, something like that, in that area. So if you're from the area, you probably know exactly where I'm talking about. So I just looked for the closest Goodwill. I was at a lovely cafe yesterday having lunch, and I decided to get my Uber from there to the Goodwill. I was originally going to take an Uber over to the Grove because my good friend Laura Von V used to live in Los Angeles, and she told me there was a Goodwill over in that neck of the woods, and then I could go shopping, but I got a bit of a late start. The Uber was like $32 before tip to get there, and it was more like 7 or 8 miles away, and I was like, I just wanted to go thrifting and get back to the hotel because I don't know this area very well. I was very nervous in the Uber given the ride over, and so much so that I asked my Uber driver, do you think this is safe for me? And he just kind of turned around and looked at me. He's like, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm just gonna go thrifting. And he said, well, I think if you don't bother anybody, nobody will bother you. So I said, okay, well, will you be close by? Because I may be calling very shortly. He said, yeah, I'm en route, so you may get me. So anyway, I went in very unsure. It took me a little while to get into my rhythm. But as it turned out, I loved this place. The staff was incredible. The people in the store were very kind. At one point, my arms were just so tired because there were no carts, and there was a woman who saw that I was struggling, and she pointed and said that there was a cart. I don't think she spoke very good English, but she was kind enough to show me that, and that made the rest of the experience even better. Staff was doing pricing for me. I thought the prices were reasonable. I don't think it's the greatest area. However, I cannot complain about the things that I found. I spent $65, and I didn't count up how many items that I got, but I brought my little Dagny Dover market bag with me. It's super lightweight. This is great for traveling, and I pack it with me whenever I go places. I did poll the audience, and everybody helped me. I decided to leave the Noble shorts behind. They were $7.99 each. They would have been easy to pack, but I just wasn't excited about them. I've struggled with pricing on Nobles, even though I think it's a great brand. So I left those behind. I also left the extra large Lucky Brand Bohemian dress behind because it was $14.99. I really wanted to bring it back because I know that there are people who have commented how I don't have enough selection in larger sizes, and that was an extra large, and I really did love it, but I just wasn't sure about how much I would make on that. There might be a few other things, but why don't we start with this Aritzia top, which I did bring back with me. I recognize this right away because this is a halter style top that my daughter Angelina had, and I bought it for her, and I probably paid like $40 or $50 for it one Christmas. This is very stretchy, it's ribbed. They had this priced at $5.99. Comps on this are anywhere from like $18 to like $38, $33. I'm expecting to get around $20. I'll probably price it at $28 or $32 and see what we can get. Summer's here. This is super easy to pack, very small, easy to store in my new inventory room. I'm not sure if this video is going to post before or after that. It's all filmed, but we literally got the rug installed on Monday. Tina came on Tuesday. We put everything back. I did the final walkthrough that night, and I was just like in disbelief that this was the same basement. And then the next day we left for California. So I don't know if I'm just going to post California content while I'm on the road, or if I'll edit that in a hotel room or whatever. I'm not really sure the order you're gonna see things, but I cannot wait to get back to my basement and work there. This was another top similar to the Babaton Aritzia one. This is a brand called Dish. Strapless can be a tough sell sometimes. I saw a few of these numbers sold with like the matching maxi skirt, and those would go for like $60 to $100, but I don't know how just the top's gonna do. I was in line on my way to the register at the very end of my stay. Is this a pull in the fabric? Ah, it is. There's a tiny pull right here. It's not awful, but well, what size is this? I'm sure it's tiny. This is a US 4. Maybe I'll just give this to Angie, because I also bought for Angelina these linen pants, but this is called Saks Boutique number 2. When I bought these, I knew they were either gonna be for me or for Angie, but I sent Angelina a picture of them. They're very wrinkly and hard to appreciate right now, but I think they're awesome. A nice wide leg. They stop around the ankle, and they have these fun like cargo pockets. So fun for summer. So I sent a picture to Ange. As you guys may or may not know, I'm going to Spain to visit Angie for Easter, and also Rocco. He's living out there too. So I'm gonna bring this for her, and I actually think this would be really cute. I don't know that she would wear it, but since it's flawed and it was $6, I'll give her first dibs on it, because this would be really cute together as an outfit. So that's gonna go to Ange. Oh, when I polled the audience, this I think received a 75% yes to take, and I was very excited to find these. These were $6.99, and they are Reformation jeans. Well, the brand Reformation, they say Reformation jeans, but they're corduroys. They're a size 25, so again, a little size. This is the Cynthia corduroy pant, and I saw comps $40, $50, $60. I was really excited about these. I think they are fun. I know we're heading into summer, but even this with like a little tank top and flip-flops would work. They're very lightweight corduroys. I was excited to find these. They were also a pair of Reformation jeans, but they were skinny jeans. They were in a really small size, and I think they had some like holes in the legs. I just didn't love them. There were a pair of Hudson jeans that were high rise. I can't remember the name of them. Most people told me to leave them behind, but some of the comps were actually really good, but they were size 24, and I was buying so many small sizes. That was just what I was finding, and that was my cutoff. I'm like, those are just so tiny, but gosh, I wish they were in like a 28 or a 30. I would have bought them for myself. I loved them. They were like a wider, almost like a straight leg, but teeny bit wide. They weren't like this huge bell at the bottom, but they definitely weren't skinny. They were just a really, really nice style. I was sad to leave those behind, but I think those jeans were also $14.99. Jeans were a little bit expensive. So Reformation, I'm hoping to get between $40 and $60 for these. Say $45 to be conservative. Oh, I picked this up for myself. The blue tags in the store was like the discount color. So I think all the blue tags were like $2.35. It was some odd number, $2 and change. So this was priced at $6.99, but I thought it was interesting. Instead of having a half off color, they have a color, and anything in that color is a certain price, which I think is cool. And I know Salvation Army does that. Sometimes they have like a 99-cent color. Anyways, this brand is just French Connection. It is a size large, and it looks like it had a belt, which I wouldn't have used anyway, so I'm just gonna cut the little belt loops off. But it's a very lightweight ribbed cardigan in cream. I've been wearing a lot of cream lately. I noticed I got like an aloe sweatshirt in cream. I bought, I think, a Banana Republic sweater, also cream. I have a Jenny Kane sweater that was gifted to me in a cardigan, and they're all like that ivory cream color, and I really do like it, and I think it'll be nice for summer. I love a cardigan sweater, and this one is really lightweight and a nice length, so I bought that for myself in a size large, and that was $2 and change. What's this? Oh, I bought this for myself too. I've been bad lately. I'm buying a lot for myself. This is Club Monaco. It's men's for sure. It's a size large men's. No one's gonna be surprised by this as I'm wearing my black dress in California. I tried on two other dresses, one that was floral, one that was like olive green. I'm like, no, I'm putting on my black dress. I just love black, I can't help it. Anyways, I loved this sweater, and somebody commented in my last video that, what did she say? That I have blue undertones and that I could wear like a lot of bright colors, like summer colors. I do like how I look in color, like with my coloring, I should say. But I'm just more comfortable in black. But I'm making progress. I'm making progress. Anyways, this is long. This is slouchy. It's cotton though, and I liked that it was straight at the bottom. A lot of these style sweaters I find have like a band around the bottom and they taper in. I like a straighter cut. So I really loved the cut of this, and I believe it's like 100% cotton. I tried it on in store, and that came home with me. What did this cost? $6.99. I didn't think the prices were bad at all. Okay, this was a top that most people voted to leave behind, but I loved this piece. It's Scotch and Soda, and I think Scotch and Soda can sit if, you know, it can be a brand that sits, but it is relatively expensive retail. And I thought that this was more than just an average top. It was like a little swing jacket. Totally has Johnny Was vibes. Not that Johnny Was is the end all be all anymore, but I think that is a standard that a lot of resellers, you know, if something is like Johnny Was caliber, then that's a good thing. Or if it has embroidery like Johnny Was, then people will look at that favorably. And I'm kind of in that camp. This is beautiful. I loved the detail on the sleeves. This is all embroidered, and then it's got this like thick cuff, very just nautical summer vibes, Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard. I love it. It's like a swing top, so it's a little pleated. I think this is beautiful. This was $9.99 and I loved it. It's in excellent condition. The lighting was great in the store. The music was great in the store. I could look up comps. That's why I ended up staying there for so long. I think I was there 3.5 hours. And then finally it was getting close to 5 o'clock and I was like, I don't want my Uber to be expensive if it's like during rush hour. And I certainly didn't want to stay there until dark. There was no way I was going to stay there till dark because it doesn't get dark here until like, you know, 8-ish now. But anyways, I was finding that because I could keep looking things up and the staff was so nice and it was such a bright store, I could look at everything. I found that I just stayed for a very long time. Anyways, I saw two comps on this particular piece from Scotch and Soda. One was for $30, one was for $75. So even if I sold this and averaged what that average was, which would be like a little over 50, I would be thrilled. And honestly, even if this sold for $40, I would be happy. I think I'm gonna price it at 58 or 64 just to start, just because I saw that one comp that was so, you know, promising, 75. You never know with Poshmark, because if something sells in a bundle, it doesn't list the sale price for the bundle sale price, it just lists the original price. So you can't always trust comps from Poshmark, but I had faith in this piece. I think it's really nice. And you know, if you're from YouTube, let me know when you make an offer on something, or if you like something. I will always do at least 20% off. I mean, unless it's a really, really special piece that I'm holding out for something. But anybody who supports me over here, I'm happy to do at least 20% off. This dress was a bit of a find. I saw it, I really loved the look of it. It's like seersucker material. It's striped. I'm just trying to put it together because it's a wrap dress and it's really lovely. But I thought the tag looked cheap, to be honest. But I was like, I really like that dress though. Like the dress looks really nice. It was fully lined. So the brand is called Hutch. I'm gonna get up just to show you. Hold on. I wanna get in close to show you this. So I don't know, it just looked like kind of a cheap boutique brand tag to me. But the dress was lovely. So let me tie this for you. I may be out of frame right now, I'm sorry. No, obviously not my normal setup here. Isn't this beautiful? This looks like it was a collaboration with Anthropologie. There aren't many available right now. Oh gosh, I took screenshots of the comp right before I started recording this video of some comps. I wanna say I should be able to get $50 to $75 for this. Some people have it listed for $130. This brand in general, I found a lot of the listings were like over $150, $160. I don't know what this originally retailed for, but I'll tell you, it is a lovely tiered dress, just absolutely beautiful. I love the sleeves. I think it would be extremely flattering. Wrap dresses are a flattering cut most of the time with the V in the front and the wrap and the tie. So beautiful. I love this dress. So I don't know what I'm gonna price this at. Let me know what you would price this Hutch dress for. But in this same light, I picked up this dress, which actually I was super excited about, but comps are really all over the place. But the retail is so expensive. And then I saw some that were really good. All right, the brand is Paul and Joe Paris. Do you have any experience with this brand? This is my first time finding them. The retail, like if you go to the Paul and Joe website, a dress like this, I did take a screenshot of what I found to be like a similar cotton A-line dress, 715 euro. I mean, they're not cheap dresses. I would say the average price dress for this brand is about $300 to $500. They did a collaboration with, was it Anthropologie? No, I think it was Uniqlo. And those comps on that dress aren't fantastic. But then you'll get a random dress pop up that sold for like $160. So there's no way I was leaving this behind because I thought the dress was fantastic. Feels like 100% cotton. It was only $8.99. So it is a 36. It's like kind of cut straight over here. There's a little zip on the side here, but there's no stretch in this whatsoever. But I love straps like this where you can wear a normal bra with it. It tears out and it's absolutely lovely. The cut is so pretty. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, and I think I pointed it out in the Thrift with Me portion, but there's like a V that is stitched in here in tiers. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 panels that like come together. The detail work is beautiful on this. So let me hold it up. Come over here. Isn't this so cute for summer? Like a little straw bag and a pair of flip-flops on your summer vacation. Absolutely gorgeous. I thought it was so feminine, so beautiful. You could wear it to like a summer wedding or a baby shower. Just so cute. And I was in California. Like I wanted to find fun summery things, which is why I got most of the things I got, except of course the black sweater that I bought for myself. Although this is pretty wintry. This was a new to me brand in the kids section. Aston Martin. These little puffers go for like $160 for kids. ASTONMARTIN, Aston Martin. This is navy blue. This was $4.99. This was, I think, like a 60-40 vote to pick this up on Instagram. It's really nice. It's 12 to 18 months, so I am giving this to my friend Daniela, who has a little boy. So I won't be selling this. I will be shipping it to her. There was a little bit of wear on the leather tag here. You know, it just looked like this little guy or girl wore this. But aside from that, it's really in excellent condition. So I'll probably pop this in the wash, although it is down. It's like silky fabric. Beautiful. $4.99. So I probably could have flipped this for between like $30 and $50. Really nice. Isn't that cute? But it's going to go to little Giovanni instead, and I'm very excited about that. And I think this might be the last thing to share with you. Okay, I got these little overalls. Disney is one of those things that sometimes I'm a sucker for Disney and other times I'm like, nah. I thought these were really cool. I couldn't find any straight on comps. Some people have these listed for $75 and say they're vintage from the 90s. I saw an eBay listing that had these for $22. They're actually juniors and it's an extra small. They had this in the kids section for reasons I understand. So this would either go for, I mean, I would say this is probably like a 10 or 12 kids, maybe a size 14, but I don't know, I would guess a 10, 12, but it's been a while since I've eyeballed kids clothing. We'll be sure to put the measurements in, but I just thought it was very classic. I like classic Mickey stuff when it comes to Disney. I thought it said Disney Parks. Does it? Hold on, let me just see, because I am blind. Yes, Disney Parks. So when I see Disney Parks, that is something that, you know, usually catches my eye because it's something that you can't get outside of the parks. So usually those things can hold their value a little bit better than something you can pick up like at Macy's or Walmart. And they were priced at $4.99, but it was a blue tag like my French Connection cardigan. So I only paid $2 and change for this. So yeah, all of this stuff only cost $65. I think that's pretty amazing. I almost got some LL Bean slippers. They were brand new. They were gorgeous. But they were not priced. And then when they priced them out for me, they were $13.50, which really isn't a bad price because I buy LL Bean slippers probably every year for somebody on my Christmas list. And they run for $89. I bought them for all of my kids, my husband, my mom. I just love LL Bean slippers. So they priced them at $13.50. They were brand new, but I just didn't want to pack shoes because as it is, I bought a lot more than I thought I was going to get. So I left them behind. And as I was checking out, there was a gentleman in front of me who had them. So I was happy because I'm like, oh, someone saw that those were a great quality piece and they were taking them home. So that is my Los Angeles haul. We're heading to Santa Barbara today. Thank you to Brenna on Instagram who reached out and told me about all the hot spots in Santa Barbara. I'm really excited. She shared some restaurants with me, some thrift stores. She gave me her favorite picks in Santa Barbara. And she also shared with me some stationery stores and coffee shops, which I thought was so sweet. So I am ready to go. Jay's gonna be out of work in about a half an hour. He's picking up the rental car, meeting me downstairs, and it's about a 2-hour drive, a little over 2 hours. No, a little under 2 hours to Santa Barbara. And then we're doing Monterey for a night, then San Francisco, then Santa Clara. We'll see where my adventures take me. So thank you for watching today's video. Be sure to like it if you had a good time and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more from me. I will definitely have at least one more video out about California. I appreciate you being here so much. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye.